First run. Okay. Holy shit. Fuck. This might be a new score. It should be. Yeah, wow. -1. 202k. And I bet there's more I could have gotten off that. Fuck. That second act by delaying it to the 7th note. Well, it's a new no lag record. Well, with stock hardware, of course. Oh my god. Just, god, why does this have to happen? Not great.
And the Trogdor comes in the night!
Fuck! Oh my god! Holy shit, that was so close. I still don't think I'm getting a record out of this. Especially with that red flame. Nope. Not even close. Wow, dude. 342 -1. What? How? Fuck me. Dude, that was so fucking close. I missed the second to last note. Holy shit, are you serious? Literally as close as you can get without missing the star power phrase. Holy shit. 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 Oh my fucking god! It's just over! It's just fucking over! And I got 0.7! Holy shit! Did that really just happen? It's just over. I made that long sigh after, getting to the oranges this run because I didn't think there was I need a bigger space between... There's so much to unpack here. I've been practicing this for like... feels like 2 weeks, maybe a couple less days. But basically 99% of that has just been in PCSX2 reloading states, practicing that controller tapping. And something I noticed, because I've made like 1 billion states, just like labbing all sorts of things around that, and I found that when I paused without a relatively significant break in between the orange that I pause at, the orange hopo, and the following note, that, again, going frame by frame, more often than not, I would only have a 1 frame window to hit that orange. And an easy way to visualize what I'm describing here is after pausing, it's funny because you can only see this because of the pause graphic pattern, but that break I'm looking for between those 2 notes is essentially to where you can't see the following orange after pausing, whereas this run you could. So 90% of those runs where that happens, I just miss that following note. Whether or not it is just that 1 frame window, I'm not sure, but regardless, it is extremely frame tight. This whole thing is extremely frame tight. Like, to get that break that I'm looking for, especially between the pause and the following note, that whole setup from starting the strumming to that pause after the orange hopo is damn near frame perfect. And that's obviously combining all of those inputs, starting from strumming that final blue hopo before the strumming starts. Dude, I'm so fucking happy I don't have to practice this shit anymore. Oh my god, it's just over. There's a lot of asterisks around this, but this is the first FC on stock hardware without lag. Without the lag glitch. I'm not using lag, I'll show that after I'm at 0, but without the calibration glitch. But crazy enough, that wasn't even the main motivation to do this, or what I'm, most proud of here. It was for score. A lot of small things, it's so weird, because just like how when my final whammy bar broke and all of those scores that I had been doing added up to just over 50k first overall on the main 64 song set list, this now puts me at 100k first overall on Xbox, which is just crazy. So yeah, the three big things that made me actually put all this stupid work in going for this is one, obviously this didn't need the whammy bar because I'm using the controller for whammy. Two, for whatever reason, I just thought about how much an FC of this, if I got all the squeezes, would get over my last score, and even missing the last squeeze, specifically missing the yellow blue on the back end, would have given me plus 9k. My previous score was 199.2, nearly point 0.3, and my previous total before this was just over 91k first overall. And three, this really eliminates like any possible regrets I could have about this game in the future. When I realized those first two aspects of it, I was just like, I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? To satisfy that third prospect. While there is still, like I said in the last video, a shit ton to do on this engine, and there always will be, yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna have any regrets about this game in the future. Again, I even got the exact score I was looking for with 208.7. Even beat that fake Sean Superstar score. On the topic of score, though, this is pretty interesting because I do think it is reasonable to beat my PAL score using this method. That being said, there's no reason at all to do it on Xbox or NTSC, but if you were able to be insane with it, you could probably even get the upper bound squeeze. I don't know, I might be tempted to mess with that sometime, because again, it doesn't require whammy, so it wouldn't force me to fix any of my whammy bars or anything, but that is not something that I don't think I'll be messing with anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, theoretically, I'm pretty sure this does make the upper bound possible, and by extension 209k. When I did the TAS work for the song that I described in my 208.8k video and all that, that was using the guitar input in PCS X2, so abiding by the strum limit and everything. It would be insanely hard to get ahead of the strike line enough, even with the bigger strum limit on PAL, to make use of early whammy. Man, what was my, I don't think my ticks were any good going into the solo this run, right? I think I might have gotten 0. Yeah. I was never using extended day window for the first act. The only reason I had any inclination to even squeeze it to compromise any semblance of consistency was because the star power is stretched so much on the back end that you actually do need like somewhat of a front end to even connect the squeeze, even strumming the preceding hopos like I am. But I have gotten 80 on that without any extended hit window, and then clearly wasn't risking anything on Act 2. So as for the specific struggles of that last strumming set, I mean, where do I begin? This was basically I'm the One version 2. I'm the 2, I guess, where I just had to slowly build up speed by practicing this shit for God knows how many hours. Thankfully, there's a really useful, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is in most modern emulators if I cared to look into it, but there's a function in PCS X2 where you can slow down the emulation by increments of 10%, and so it was like a more helpful version of the in-game slowdown, although with a caveat, it's not constantly running at 60 FPS. When you slow it down, obviously, by, say, 20%, it goes down to 48 FPS, whereas in-game, if you're practicing on slower, it's still running and processing your inputs at 60 FPS. And just overall, over the last, again, like, close to 2 weeks, just slowly building up that tapping speed. Another extremely annoying aspect about using this technique, not sure if I'm going to include the hand cam, but you can probably see why if I do. The angle that I'm holding the controller at makes it very likely to input any of the other frets because they're all on the shoulder buttons, especially the blue that's basically resting on my leg as I'm doing the taps. I'm surprised I was able to like weed that out from happening on like a regular basis. But also in basically just like an evil fucking setup, it can happen with the green when I'm inputting the whammy for that orange sustain. And dude, when I finished that strumming this run and started the whammy, like my grip on the controller is already so tenuous, and I was just praying that I did not hit one of those other frets. I am so incredibly surprised the first run I hit the strumming, I didn't overhit just from like missing an input somewhere, getting eaten, or I guess, underhit by that logic, and B, that again, I didn't hit one of those other frets. And just timing that blue sustain was hell. Yeah, it's just a crazy setup and execution there. So overall, for as big of a pain in the fucking ass as this was through the whole practice process and everything, I can't say that I didn't get extremely lucky with this. Well, basically for the first time since I came back to this in like mid to late 2024, I actually can just edit this and upload it straight, so I don't want to sit here and just babble on for too long. I don't even think I did the more stats, which is dumb, but doesn't matter. Can't go on the leaderboards because I'm using the bad update exploit. My Xbox disk drive is fried, and going online risks getting my console banned. Not really, but there's just no point in like risking it. Leaderboards are hacked to shit anyway. But yeah, I guess I really just did this to show that this was the Xbox version in case there were any concerns about that. And yep, here we are, 0 milliseconds. So that's it. That's just so crazy, dude. I can't believe that just happened.